Today, we're going to talk about how to get rid of swollen lymph nodes. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I appreciate all the love and support. And if it's your first time here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'm RL Malpica, and I talk a lot about natural health and diet, and also the terrain model, and also some other truth thinking elements. But today we're going to talk about and dive into how to get rid of swollen lymph nodes. Now, I can speak off of experience because I've had a number of swollen lymph nodes. I've had swollen lymph nodes underneath my arms and my armpits. I've had swollen lymph nodes on my breast, and I've also had swollen lymph nodes on my arm, and actually I have a current one there. So that's kind of what prompted me to make this video. So when you think of swollen lymph nodes, you got to take it down to the root. What is the root issue? What is causing the swollen lymph nodes? Now, if you go to the doctor, which before I understood the human body and understood the terrain model, that's what I did. I went to the doctor. I had, like I said, swollen lymph nodes in my armpit and a swollen lymph node on my nipple. And, you know, you talk to people about that, and the first thing they're going to tell you is, oh, you got to make sure it's not cancer. You know, got to make sure you don't have a tumor or something like that. So I listened. I went to the doctor, got a freaking mammogram, which was painful as hell. And, you know, didn't come back as anything. And I kind of went on with my life, and eventually it went away. I didn't understand how it went away. But now that I do, I want to share that information with you. So back to the root cause. What is causing your lymph nodes to be swollen? Well, your lymphatic system is a flowing system, and your lymph nodes kind of help facilitate that flow. They're kind of like pathways that ultimately get the lymph to its exit point, right? Your body is a sewer system. So whenever you have blockages in the lymph nodes, that means you have stagnation. And that stagnation is caused by an abundance of acids. And those abundance of acids basically accumulate to the point where they stop the flow of the lymph. And then these lymph nodes, they swell up, and they continue to swell up. And if you don't do anything about it, it can cause major issues. Because remember, the lymph nodes are they're like the gatekeepers, they're like the ushers of the lymph. They're helping it get to where it ultimately needs to go. So when you start to eat more alkaline-based foods and get the hydration moving within your body, ultimately, you are going to get those lymph nodes to get smaller and ultimately open that pathway for the lymph and everything else to flow throughout your body. Case in point, this one particular lymph node that I have that's swollen right now in my arm. It was not massively big, but very hard and almost the size of, say, a small marble. But as I've continued to eat clean, and especially within the last month, because most of you know I'm majority fruitarian, 80-85% fruitarian, but I have binged on cooked food. I have eaten some consumed some acid-forming foods that have caused issues within my body, and it's well documented. Well, since those points, I've done so much better. And I'm really getting to the point where I'm not really craving cooked food at all anymore. And I've noticed that as my hydration has gotten better, as I've continued to go through this process on my fruitarian journey, that this particular lymph node is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And I'm going to keep you guys updated on that. So if you do have swollen lymph nodes, understand that hydration is the ultimate key. And when you think of hydration, it's not just water. It's not just H2O. It's going to be the H3O2 that you get from your fruits as well. So whether that's from eating the whole fruit, which I suggest first and foremost, or juicing, which is great as well, that is going to help facilitate the flow and help your pathways and help your ushers and your gatekeepers of the lymphatic system to get back to operating value and back to operation, basically, and get that lymph moving out. So if you have any questions, comments, or anything, share them below, throw them in the comments. Love to hear what you have to say. And like I said, make sure you give me that thumbs up and subscribe. Until next time, everybody, I'm out of here. Peace.